Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our dear brother. Strange things do happen in this world. The message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I am a man who is aged 34 years old. I have never been married, even though I have stayed with several women. As I am counting right now, the women that I have stayed with, those that are from Zim, they are 5 women that I have stayed with. Then those women that are from South Africa that I have stayed with, they are 9 women. So these are the women that I have stayed with, but I have never been married in my life, and I can't give birth. I cannot make a woman to fall pregnant because of the rituals that I did. So my story, it started when I came here to South Africa. I came here to South Africa. This was in the year late 2007. That was when I came to South Africa, and I started to stay in Musina. There was this other area where they used to give those asylums. So I used to stay there. Then I started to work for this other woman. This woman, she came from this place that is there in Berengwa. This woman, she used to cook your soft porridge, and we would go and we will sell this soft porridge to people that were traveling, coming from Zim, as well as some people that were coming to get their asylums. So this woman, she used to do a lot of stuff, my brother. I do not want to lie to you. So this woman, what she will do is that she would wake up like early in the morning so that she can start to prepare the food. So I would just be standing somewhere so as to guard her. You know that in Musina there is a lot of like crime that goes on because of people that are always moving in and out of South Africa. So there was one who had once grabbed her phone. So each and every time when she would wake up around 3 a.m., she would wake me up so that I can stand somewhere else, making sure that no one was going to attack her. But there were things that I saw that were being done by this woman that were making her business to be very successful. This woman, what she will do is that when she would wake up, she will use her first urine, and then she will take that urine and she will mix it with the meat, and she will use that urine to boil the meat first before she will start to roast the meat. That is what she did. She even ended up doing some nasty stuff that I am even feeling ashamed to tell you. Look, what she will do is that she would go to the toilet. This is what she told me, that she was told by her uncle, who was a traditional healer, whom I later visited there in Merengwa. So what she would do is that when she will be cooking, she will then rush to the toilet. Then she will do her poo, and after doing the poo, then she won't use a tissue to wipe herself. She will just use her fingers, and after using her fingers, then she will come, then she will continue cooking. So all of these things that she was doing, it was making the customers to come, because these charms that she had been given by her uncle, they were really powerful. I later remembered about when I had left Musina, after I had started to struggle a lot, that was when I reminded myself about this woman, and I said, let me return back to Musina so that I can go and speak with her. When I returned back to Musina, this was in the year 2012. To my surprise, I found her. She was still operating, doing her same business of cooking soft porridge, but she was now cooking your samosas and selling those samosas, and I am pretty sure that she was still doing her rituals like the way that she used to do them when I first started to work for her. So I went and I spoke with her. This was after my asylum had expired, because what they will do is that the Home Affairs will give you a 6 months asylum, then you would go and you would work. But people were now taking advantage because we were now too many. So we were working for this other white farmer, and whilst we were working for him, when it would be time for you to return back to Musina, he will tell you that he's not going to give you your pay, because he will say that now that you have worked for me, you want to go maybe to Joburg or to go to the nearest town. So these white farmers, they just wanted us to keep on working at those farms. So then the men will just say, I am not going to give you your salary. Then you will get stuck and you will continue working for him. So since my asylum had expired, this was after 6 months, I then said, let me try to find another job. Whilst I was just busy working, that was when I was arrested by 2 policemen, and I was then transported back to Musina. So when I was in Musina, I really got stuck. I didn't know what to do. There was this other Chinese man who said that he wanted to offer me a job, but the amount that he wanted to give me, you won't even believe it. He said that he will give me 17 rand. He was going to give me 17 rand a day, and I said I cannot do that. That was when I went and I spoke with that lady, the one who had once offered me a job. I told her that ever since I had stopped working for her, things were not good for me, and I was looking for any kind of charms that can be given to me so that I can make money like she was, because at that time she told me that she had bought a small car. So this car, it was on the other side of the border, and she was using that car to transport people. So I also wanted to be in that type of a business. She said, if you can help me for only 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks we will then return back to her home in Mberengwa, that is the village from where she comes from. So I worked for her, no pay at all, but I kept on thinking about the charms that were going to be given to me. So after 2 weeks, she then said, let us go, and we then went to Mberengwa, to her village. I worked for her like I was looking after her cattle until her uncle assisted me. So her uncle then took me into this other mountain, and when we were in that mountain, I was told that I had to strip myself naked. Indeed, I stripped myself naked, but out of nowhere, there appeared this other woman, and I do not know where she exactly appeared from. And I was told that I had to make love to that woman, but that uncle of that woman that I was working for said that this woman, she was not a human being, but she was like a spirit that stays in that mountain. So she came and we made love, and as we were making love, it was really painful. It was like I was pushing my manhood into a thorny bush, and by the time that I had finished making love to that spirit that appeared from nowhere, I saw that my manhood, it was full of blood. There was blood on the floor. So that traditional healer came and he started to collect the blood that was flowing out of my several wounds that I had on my manhood, and he collected them, and he told me that he was going to prepare a herbal mixture that I was supposed to drink. That is how I became a ritualist. After we had climbed down the mountain, I continued working for that woman, for I had been told that in 3 months' time, then the spirits of the mountain, they were going to give me a response if they were going to give me money, or if they were not going to give me money. In the meantime, my manhood, it kept on shrinking, and it kept on shrinking. Even up until this day, my manhood, it is about 2 centimeters long when I am not with a woman. But the moment that I am with a woman, then it will return back into its original length. There is a reason as to why I have such a small manhood, because of these rituals that I perform. For I cannot make love to any woman that I want to, but I can only make love to the women that are chosen by these rituals that I did, because whenever I am making love to these women, then I'll be fulfilling my own covenant that I did with that spirit that I met in the mountains. Unfortunately, that traditional healer came back with an answer to me, and I was told that the spirits had decided that I was not fit to be given the riches that are in that mountain. I kept on crying, Brother Nashi, begging that traditional healer to speak with his ancestors, to communicate with the spirits of the mountain, to at least give me something, because already I had endured my manhood. It was shrinking, but I was being told that I was not going to get any riches. I was then told that I had to sacrifice my own mother, and I was told that since I had made love to that woman who was a spirit of the mountains, then what it meant was that she was going to be my partner for the rest of my life. So me and this woman in the spiritual world, we have had 15 kids together. As for these women that I stay with, it is just that I use them for their own rituals, because at the moment when we are making love, there is that discharge that comes out of that woman. There are things like small creatures that come when I am busy with a woman. She does not see these creatures because they are spiritual creatures. The moment that I pull out of that woman, then these creatures, they start to lick the private part of that woman. So this is how I perform these rituals whenever I am with these women that I stay with. So my punishment is that I can never get married and I can't impregnate a woman. All of these things that I did, I blame them on poverty. I was someone that was really bright in school. I thought that I was going to be a pilot, but unfortunately, because of the conditions in our country, this is what I ended up doing. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by our brother right there. Strange things do happen in this world. Your